Well, hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. All right, so I got a little surprise in the mail today. So of course I've got to do a video about it. So a subscriber, someone that watches my channel, according to him a lot, lives in Florida somewhere. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. He decided he was going to send me a few things, and I just finished taking care of them. Of course, I went and washed my hands and did all that, and I've got one more chore to do, but I wanted to show y'all what Tom sent me. Fig trees. So he didn't just send one. Let me get up where I can see. And he propagated these himself from his trees. And that is just absolutely awesome. So he didn't just send two. Y'all, he sent me 3 fig trees that he propagated himself. And I just got finished planting them. I got a shovel. I dug the holes about 1.5 feet deep. Big holes. Put some good soil in there. Miracle-Gro for outdoor potting. Added some of the darker clay from my yard where the grass had grown through, you know. Added that, and then added some more of the soil and put some more of my soil on top. So hopefully that's going to give it a good chance. If you look here, let me back up. There's one. There's 2. I planted them, these 2 about 20 feet apart, because I've seen fig trees get huge in South Georgia. And then right on the other side of that was going to be a burn pile, is another brick or block. And that's where I planted the 3rd one. I didn't plant it here because this is where I drive through a lot, and I didn't want it to be in the way. So I planted it over here, and they get a lot more sun here than where the other fig tree that I've got is. I had 2 over there. One of them just never would do anything, so I ended up mowing it down. But that one has done really well for me and still growing. So now I've got 3 more, and they're different type, but that's okay. That's okay. Now I'm going to move this pile here further out into the open area here, and I'm going to move all of this pile out into the open area in one big pile. And when they lift the burn ban for Southwest Georgia, for my area, and the weather's right, like right now, it's very calm, and no clouds in the sky, which is amazing here for the last couple weeks. I'm going to get all this moved over here and burn it, and that'll be far enough away from the trees and the raised bed garden to where I don't have to worry about the fire getting onto them, and it's close to my faucet. I've got plenty of water hose to reach over there and go all the way around and keep it under control. So let me show y'all the first thing I did today. First thing I did was put my, let me flip down here. I put my scissors knife on, and then grabbed this, and I came out and I started testing the soil in my beds, seeing how much moisture was in there and what the pH is. The pH I think is okay, but like I checked where the soybean plant is, it still says 95% moisture. It's still soaking wet. This is the 3rd day without a significant amount of rain. So some of the other beds and grow bags are showing anywhere from 45 to 75. So they're still damp enough that I really don't need to water them. The grow bags are drier than the big beds, so I may water those tomato plants a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and water these 3 new fig trees. Got my tongue all messed up. So I'm going to go ahead and water these 3 new fig trees and hopefully give them a good start. And every time I water my garden out here, I'm going to water those fig trees. And I've never planted trees back here. Now, let me flip around and show y'all something. Y'all have seen the field on this side of my property, right? If you're on the road, it's the right-hand side. This is a pretty big field. About 12 years or so ago, I paid a young guy, a big young guy, that wanted to earn some extra money. Hold on, I'm trying to put my soil meter back in my pouch so I don't have to hold it in my hand. All right, so I paid him to come out here and he dug some holes for me. I planted over 30 fruit trees, 2 rows all the way down from here all the way up to the front of the property. About every 20 feet, we planted over 30 fruit trees. I actually had 3 rows, but 2 of them were full from one end to the other. Third row wasn't quite full. And I watered those things and watered those things, and the first year, most of them looked like they were going to do okay. The second year, about half of them died, and the third year, all but 2 or 3 died. And then in the next 4th or 5th year, all the rest of them died. I had apple trees, I had cherry trees, I had plum trees, I had all kinds of fruit out here. I even had some pecan trees, and pecans grow well in South Georgia, but they just didn't make it in this field. So I really need water closer. And of course, yeah, I did run water hoses all out there and water them. But pine cones falling out of the tree, y'all. I think there's a squirrel up there doing it, but anyway, I had a lot of fruit trees planted across in that field. Now here's the issue. Y'all know I'm going to move my solar power out here, and it's going to take up partially behind the house over here where the edge of the house and the edge of the raised bed garden is. It's going to take a bunch of space out here, and I didn't want to plant any trees to where it might be in the way, because I haven't got it done yet. So I don't want to take a chance of planting trees to where it's going to be in any way of my solar system when I get it moved and set back up and added to and all that good stuff. So I just didn't plant any here, and I thought, well, I come to this raised bed garden every day. Guys, even when I don't have anything planted, I'm out here doing something, if it ain't done but pulling weeds out of it. I'm out here every single day, whether it's for 10 minutes or for 4 hours or 5 hours, I'm out here. And when there's stuff planted, I'm trying to prune stuff back and water it and gather the food and, you know, the seed trays y'all have seen me do. So I thought if I put it back here where I've got them planted, I'm gonna flip y'all around. So you can see this is the back edge of the raised bed garden. And Mr. Greg, Uncle Greg, thank you for the idea of using that old truck bed liner that I took off my truck when I bought it, because I hate them plastic ones. It was in the burn pile. I was going to cut it up and put it in the dumpster. He gave me the idea of using that for my compost pile. Instead of putting it on the ground way over there, dump all my compost and stuff that I get out of the chicken pens and such in there, and I can take my food scraps that I don't give to the chickens, which they get most of it, and put in that compost pile. And it's right here by the raised bed garden, and that bed is big enough to probably do what I do here on the homestead. So I moved it, and I did cut this corner with my knife one day because it was holding water, and I cut that corner down and let the water out. And I may end up having to drill some holes through it because I don't want it to hold water when it's full of compost. But that's a great idea. It's a use for that old truck bed liner, and I can do it here close to my raised bed garden. And now there's 3 fig trees right here. So when I'm out here watering the garden, I can water the fig trees. Won't take me but an extra 5 minutes, guys. And Mr. Tom, thank you so very much for sending me the trees. You guys are amazing. You guys have blown me away with the gifts that have been sent to me, and I'm trying my best to learn how to use some of them and to use them and hopefully share knowledge with other people. Guys, even my daughters are like, wow, do you know this person? I'm like, nope, they subscribe to my channel, they watch my videos. Y'all are amazing, every single one of y'all. I do really appreciate y'all. So thank you very much, Mr. Tom. Thank you, Mr. Greg. All you others out there. I've had Jennifer at Jennifer Ocean Homestead up in Canada send me seeds. I mean, y'all, you're amazing. Every single one of you are just flat out amazing, and I thank y'all very much. So I'm gonna turn around and talk about the garden a little bit. So I came out and gathered squash and zucchini earlier, and there's a few little squash that I could pick, but I did end up, I think I picked 6 today that were the size I like. And right here in this corner where that huge 4-pound zucchini was that I didn't ever notice, right beside it, somehow I missed it yesterday, was another one that's about 1.5 pounds, maybe 2 pounds. I haven't weighed it yet, but it's not as big as that one yesterday, but it's a big one. It's way bigger than I normally let them get. So that blew me away. Look, there's more squash in there, y'all. and up under that plant and up under that side over there, there's squash everywhere. Now, they're not going to get as pretty and big as the others this year have because it's getting toward the end of the season, but there's zucchini right there. There's zucchini there. There's 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 right there. And that's just the one little part of a plant. More squash up here. So, and these are the pole beans. And I swear these things are growing 4 to 5 inches a day. But anywho, I wanted to ask y'all. Y'all know I had other stuff planted in this bed that I never really got to grow. So when I came out earlier, this has popped up. It looks like it's something I may have planted that got moved around when we redid the soil. I don't know. It could be a weed. I'm going to let it grow for a little bit and see what it actually is before I decide to pull it. But whatever it is, it's decided to come up. So the Japanese cucumbers here and there, the soil meter says it's good. So I'm going to rely on that. And this bed is one of the ones that's a little bit drier than the others, so I'm going to add a little water to it today. That side over there was the low 40s, and this side was in the high 40s. So sunshine's baking it basically. But I'm going to get my chores done. I haven't taken care of the chickens yet. Of course, I'd flip y'all around. But y'all know with my 10-pound feeders, they can go 2 days without me having to fill them up. So I'm not ignoring my chickens. They are doing extremely well. The egg production is finally up. It's still not as up as I would like it to be, but compared to what I was getting a few months ago, it is a tremendous improvement. So, I'm going to count my blessings and thank y'all and deal with the chickens when I'm done. I've got to sit out here and I've got to water these new fig trees. I've got to water a couple places in the raised bed garden. And then I've got to go over there and fill the feeders in the chicken pens, gather the eggs, make sure the waters are good, and get inside. Now, one more thing, Mr. Greg. We thought he sent me a package and we thought it was lost in transit and all. It was supposed to have already been delivered, but it wasn't here. That package came today, and I'll send you an email and tell you about it, Mr. Greg, but thank you very much for that. And so many other gifts that you've given me. It's beyond words that I can use. I can tell you that God is good all the time. And I want to remind y'all, Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. I thank y'all very much from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you. Mr. Tom, thank you for these fig trees. I'm going to do my best to get them to grow and be beautiful trees. I follow Travis at Lazy Dog Farm. He handles a lot of fig trees but his main thing is fig trees, I think. I learned a lot from him. I'm going to watch more of his videos and learn what to do and try to get these fig trees to grow into nice giant trees that produce a lot of food. That's what homesteading is all about. Thank y'all very much. Remember what I've always told you. I'm trying to get where there's better light on me. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared. Grow some food.